What's up? What's up? Okay, let me get to the root of this shit. This MLK shit. Listen, man. Black people. Well, let me start off right here first. I'm having this discussion. First of all, I was having this discussion early this morning with somebody. I ain't gonna say who he is. Cause I jumped all over you about this shit. You took an ass whooping. You won't admit it, but you took an ass whooping on this MLK subject. Now I got my cousin. Last week I posted something. I think my two cousins, Roy and Bryant Blunt, they had something to say about it. Nothing negative. We keeping it all classy. Everybody's keeping it classy. Appreciate that too. So, but the thing is, and I'm gonna scar y'all ass with this, cause I'm tired of y'all. Y'all my cousins and family and all that, but I'm so sick of y'all ass with this. You motherfuckers act like y'all cannot wake up. Martin Luther King, I cannot believe we're having this subject. What is wrong with y'all? Why can't you see it? The man was not an asset to black people. He was a detriment. You have white people. You have black people. You have people from all walks of life. You have respected people, people who are in the business, people who are into politics, people that are in the church, people that are educators, philosophers, people like from those walks of life down to people like me, just commoners that have done research with diligence. We've worked and uncovered some things about them. Now, how true it is, when so many people are saying these things, and I mean those that are close to you, these are people, you got people that were close to him. You got people that didn't mean him an ounce of harm, that were just telling the truth about him. It's funny how you can believe with every praise that is sung about that man, black people will not question it. You can say that this man made the moon, and black people will fucking say, okay, they won't question it. But anything bad about him, they're gonna get in their feelings about it. It is such stupidity. It is unbelievable. Every white man, Donald Trump, you can drag him. George Bush, you can drag him. Every white politician, Rahm Emanuel, Bob Brown, or whatever his name is, you can drag them. You say something about Barack Obama or Martin Luther King, and it's unbelievable. Just nowhere in the world black men can be bad. Black men can't be bad. Black politicians or black national figures can't be bad, and they can't have an ulterior motive against black people, despite the evidence showing you that these two nuts were placed by white people. So anytime white people stand someone black up for black people, then you have to question this. Martin Luther King did not operate off his own merit. He didn't operate off his own energy. He didn't operate for his own concern. He operated for money. Well, he didn't operate for our concern. He was operating for someone else's concern, either white people's or his own, because it was not for black people. Number one, anytime there's people being oppressed, they are going to revolt. All throughout history, oppressed people have overthrown governments, kingdoms, nations, because they were tired of being oppressed. Here in America, pre-Martin Luther King, do your research, black people were getting tense. Ask some of these elders. And they were on the verge of revolting. They were tired of being oppressed by our oppressors. They were tired of not having decent jobs, decent income, food to put on the table, eating scraps, being beaten, being just outright oppressed. Everything under that banner of oppression. So they were on the verge of revolting. Typical. In comes Micheal King, a.k.a. Martin King, with his nonviolent and response to violence, nonviolent response to violence ideology that lullabied Negroes and stopped the revolution. Thus, you have today the blueprint for responding to violence written by or given to us by Micheal King, a.k.a. Martin Luther King, which is when they shoot you down, march and protest. When they beat you down, march and protest. When they kick you, when they kill you, when they oppress you, march and protest, which is essentially nothing more than walking and singing. That really helps. That really turned the table. That really made our oppressors back off of us. And they have not since killed us. They have not since oppressed us. And they have not since done anything wrong to us because they are so afraid of marching and protesting. This is what Martin Luther King gave y'all. And you motherfuckers stand up here today and defend this. If I speak about the lies about Christopher Columbus and Andrew Jackson and George Washington and all the great lies that these white people have given us and has forced down our throat, forced us to regurgitate upon request or demand with these tests, the Constitution, you got to take 3 times in your goddamn life. So, okay, when I speak about these things, we have complete silence from the black community because we all know these things are true. But when I speak about Martin Luther King and his illogical ass ideologies, then I am greeted with so much flack, so much energy on why I should not say bad things about Martin Luther King because it's in the past. Now listen, black people, listen how hypocrites deal. Now, whenever something bad is said about this man, it's in the past. You shouldn't worry about it. We can move forward because it's in the past. That is so illogical. You have to discuss the past in order to move forward. You have to tell your children, this is a lie. Don't ingest these lies. Well, why did they lie to us? So you have to break it down. So you have to have that information to break it down. That's why this information is relevant. That's why this is necessary. Because I'm not going to teach my children that in the face of oppression, in the face of somebody beating you, in the face of somebody trying to keep you down and put you down, you get a goddamn sign and go out there and march and walk. That's not what I was raised to do. You all are some fucking hypocrites because if a bully is messing with your children, the first thing you do is tell them, you better go to school and kick his ass or I'm going to kick your ass or I'm going to come up there, which means you don't even believe in the ideology that Martin Luther King was teaching because if you did, you would tell your child, don't go to school, get a sign, march and protest, and say no justice, no peace. So you are a walking hypocrite, a walking contradiction. How do you worship and honor a man whose ideology is in contrast to yours? It's ridiculous. Anytime somebody sing his praise, y'all don't utter a word. If the past was not important, anytime he was praised, you would meet that with the same aggression that if somebody is downing him, because it's equally not important. His praise or downing him. His praise doesn't bother you because you are drunk off that Kool-Aid that they gave you that this is a great man when it's not. The facts show this man was a womanizer, a sexual deviant, a woman beater, and a fraud. He spoke out against the virgin birth. He was traveling the world like a goddamn rock star. He had hoes in every area code. Ludacris got that saying from Martin Luther King. I got pros. But y'all don't know that because you refuse to crack a fucking book and learn and read for yourself. And anybody that does, you outcast them. This is history. This happens all throughout history. But it's people that don't care. I'm going to talk about this nothing ass motherfucker until my goddamn tongue dry up and fall out. He wasn't shit. I challenge you or anybody else to prove to me that this was an honorable motherfucking man. And you bring information that's real, that you dug up. Don't give me none in no history books, because everything in those history books has been a detriment to black people. They have never told you a lie. You open that history book, in chapter 1, there's Christopher Columbus and George Washington. In chapter 10, there's Martin Luther King. How the fuck does that work? They ain't never gave you nothing productive. They ain't never gave you nothing good for your life. But they slipped this one motherfucker in that's so good. Y'all so busy watching the spinning hand, the right hand gonna knock your dumb ass out. Get off of MLK. He wasn't shit. I don't care if he dead or not. I dig his old, dry, dead, stankin' ass up, pop his eyelids open, and tell him in his motherfucking face he ain't shit. The shit you did to my people has destroyed us. You got people down in them goddamn street. You got grown-ass, punk-ass men holding signs, marching down the street when men, women, and children are dying. And all y'all want to do is sing songs and praise a motherfucker that told you to do it. You fucking beyond stupid. The only time in history that has happened has been here in these great United States that y'all refuse to detach from and continue to believe the lies. The Barack Obama lie, the Reverend Jesse Jackson lie, the MLK lie, and so on and so on and so on. Why don't Malcolm X have a national holiday? How come he ain't praised? Because he said, when one of them motherfuckers kill you, kill him. They don't want you to do that. They want you lullabied. They want, when your child is laid out there by the police, that they want you to grab a goddamn sign and go walking up and down the street until your damn feet sore and your voice is broken and cracking. But y'all honor this shit. That is why we're in this situation today, because we can't wake up. Anything spoken against a black leader, no matter how much information on him is put out there, y'all won't accept it. But if I told you right now it was MLK that created the heavens and the earth, oh my God, we'll praise him. Yeah, I'm pissed, because you beyond silly. Wake the fuck up, man.